So now we're coming into a 4-point kneeling position. Hands are directly underneath the shoulders, knees are directly underneath the hips. So a nice square position. Tilt the pelvis forward and back and find that midpoint. Slide the shoulders away from your ears down towards your waist. Push the floor away from you so your breastbone is lifting up and you're nice and strong across the top of your back. And then think of holding your peach between your chin and your chest. So you're looking at the floor kind of between your hands. And we're going to do push-ups in this position. So all you're going to do is keep that neutral, bend the elbows just to lower your face towards the floor. It doesn't have to go all the way down. And then push the floor away from you, come back up to the start. So we're just bending the elbows, coming down, push the floor away to come back up. And just watch out, there's a couple of cheats we often do. As you bend the elbows, make sure this isn't happening with the lower back arching, because that's going to be a lot easier, you won't get as much benefit. And make sure that you're also not just bringing the bum backwards, coming like this, because then the legs are doing all the work and they don't need it. We want to get it in the upper body. So keeping the shoulders down, pelvis neutral, all you're doing is bending the elbows and then push the floor away, come back up to your start position. So still in our 4-point kneeling position, now we're just going to tuck the toes underneath, keep that same neutral position we had with the push-ups, and we're going to do a leg pull press in prone. So all we have to do is keep this neutral position. We're going to breathe in to prepare. As you breathe out, if it's appropriate for you, you can tighten around the back passage and draw up inside gently. And at the same time, we're all going to hover the knees off the floor just an inch or so. And then we're going to control, lower it back down to the floor again. So breathe out as you hover the knees up, and breathe in as you slowly lower back down to your start position. And you just carry on like that, as many reps as you can manage, symptom-free and able to breathe. If you want to progress it, then you can try holding that hover. So just keep on breathing in that position. And then when you're ready, lower back down. But remember, you need to be completely symptom-free and still able to breathe. So don't come up into this hold and then hold your breath to try and maintain it. Make sure you're still able to breathe the whole time. And then try and control back down to your start position. So now we want to stretch out the upper back, give it a little bit of a breather. We're going to do a thread the needle. So 4-point kneeling position, we're going to reach the hands up towards the ceiling, looking at your hand, and then slide this hand between your arm and the body, all the way along the floor. Let your arm and your shoulder and your head all rest on the floor. And you can relax in that position, stay there and breathe, or you can continue with the movement up to the ceiling and then down to the floor. And then we're going to alternate to the other side. So stretching that hand up to the ceiling, looking at your hand, and then sliding your hand along the floor. And if it feels good, stay in that position and just breathe and relax into the stretch. But you might also want to do a few repetitions where you're just keeping the flow, keeping moving, getting some good rotation movement in the upper back. So now our last exercise in 4-point kneeling, just find that neutral position again with the pelvis, shoulders down, push the floor away, pelvis neutral, and imagine there's a tray of drinks balanced on your lower back. And we're going to breathe in to prepare. As you breathe out, keep those drinks intact, and you're going to slide your right leg and float your left arm out, and then come back to the start position. And then the same thing on the other side. So opposite arm and leg, and back to the start. Keep your foot in contact with the floor, so we're keeping it on the floor the whole time, and we're just trying to keep the trunk as still as possible. So if you have that tray of drinks on your back, just think, I don't want to spill any of them, so I don't want to transfer the weight over onto my supporting leg. As I slide out, I'm just trying to keep nice and central, and keep breathing the whole way through. So opposite arm and leg, and alternating sides. We'll do 8 on each side.